NewsCenter, find out which local statue is drawing attention and why, how MSU is handling the winter weather, and how MSU is increasing volunteerism and improving the environment. All this and more now on NewsCenter.
Good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Chris Nolan Ingham.
And I'm Chelsea Armstrong. This is your news for February 13th, 2014.
The recent winter storms have wreaked havoc on classes and student schedules here at Morehead State. NewsCenter's Marky Owens looked into how the university handles severe weather.
The provost of the university makes the decision whether or not to cancel classes based on a recommendation from the chief of police. The chief of police will check with our weather bureau in Jackson. He'll check with the Kentucky State Police. He'll have some idea of what the roads and weather conditions are going to be, and he'll make a recommendation to the provost. However, it's up to the provost to decide whether we're going to close campus or come in on either a 2-hour delay. In our emergency operations plan, all that's spelled out. You know, we have Plan A. That means everything's going to close down. Plan B, you know, we're going to come in on a 2-hour delay, everybody. Or Plan C, the offices are going to open at 8. The students are going to come in at 10:20. And we usually try to have this decision made by 6 a.m. in the morning so that we can get it on the WMKY radio and to get it on our E2 campus and and we try to send a text. We do send a text so that everybody knows what the schedules are going to be.
Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Marky Owens.
To sign up for Eagle Alerts, go to moreheadstate.edu/e-2-campus.
After we found out how MSU decides to delay or cancel classes, NewsCenter asked students how they feel the school is handling the recent bad weather.
I remember the day after Martin Luther King Day, I feel like there should have been like a 2-hour delay at least. And then like last Monday, it was not really that bad at all, and they called off classes. So I feel like that was a little hypocritical, but I mean, generally it's been pretty good. The sidewalks are pretty good, usually towards alumni. They're like from the Baird over to alumni, it's really slick sometimes. But other than that, like on the main roads, it's not bad. The sidewalks are pretty good.
They definitely need to be scraped more and put salt down because it's really slick. I think last week it could have been called off like totally instead of just a 2-hour delay because it was really dangerous going down our hill.
I think honestly, just if they would just clean it up a little bit better and maybe keep the commuters in their thoughts, because I live here in Morehead and I can only imagine what it's like coming from Mount Sterling or Ashland or Morgan County. I think they should do just a tad bit better. I know EKU and UK have shut down a lot due to weather issues, but yet somehow Morehead is still having classes. And I know we've had a few 2-hour delays, but I feel like it's just not enough. Like I said, it's hard. Like where I live, they don't clean the roads off very well, and so I'm sliding out of my neighborhood just to get here to class. And it gets to the point, it's like, do I risk my life to get to class or miss all of the assignments and fail? And I can't fail.
Elsewhere in the South, more than 440,000 homes and businesses are without power due to an ice storm on Tuesday, with Georgia being hit the hardest. The storm came in waves of snow, sleet, freezing rain, and forecasters say warmer temperatures weren't expected until today. The National Weather Service issued an ominous warning for a potentially catastrophic event, urging Georgians to be prepared for to be without power for days and perhaps as long as a week. At least 6 deaths have already been blamed on Tuesday's storm as it gathered power over Texas and Mississippi.
Back here in Rowan County, the road department is facing a salt shortage due to constant winter weather conditions. The department just received an 80-ton shipment of salt, but say no other shipments are planned. County Road Foreman Paul Brown told the Morehead News that, quote, "It is getting to the point that if this weather continues, we will have to adjust our usage. All we will be able to salt is hills and entrances." Brown also said that he and his crew are working hard to keep the roads as clear as possible.
Yesterday, 4 gay and lesbian couples won their suit against the state of Kentucky when a federal judge ruled the state's ban on recognizing same-sex marriages in other states violates the 14th Amendment. U.S. District Judge John Hayburn ruled that although religious beliefs are important to society, they are not justification for discrimination. Hayburn says that Kentucky does not have to perform same-sex marriages, but must recognize marriages from other states. Paul Chitwood, the executive director of the Kentucky Baptist Convention, called the ruling, quote, tragic and disappointing.
Senator Rand Paul issued a statement to CNN Wednesday that he is suing President Barack Obama and other national security figures for the government's sweeping electronic surveillance program that was made public by former NSA contractor Edward Snowden. Paul, a Republican from Kentucky, and the conservative group Freedom Works are filing a class action challenge against the government's effort to collect metadata, which stores phone numbers and call times. Paul spoke at a conference in Washington on Wednesday saying they are doing this out of respect to the Constitution and that decisions such as these should be made in the open by the Supreme Court, not in secret.
Stay tuned after the break for a look at weather with Don Young.
And career counselor Megan Boone on NewsCenter Notices.
Claypool Young Art Gallery, located in the center of campus, offers a wide variety of art pieces from various contemporary artists in America. Exhibitions rotate approximately once a month and also hosts art pieces created by Morehead State University students, allowing art majors to experience the learning process of showcasing their art. Claypool Young Art Gallery. Come on over today and be inspired by aspiring MSU artists.
Back to NewsCenter, I'm Don Young. Right now, pretty nice day outside. Can't say that to our neighbors to the south. They were hit a lot harder. Southern Kentucky's seen quite a bit of snow, up to even 7 to 8 inches in some places. But right now here in Morehead, sitting at around 36, so a lot warmer it's been. It feels like a heat wave outside. We've been seeing people wearing t-shirts. Taking a look at your weather picture for this week, sent in by Jason Tackett. Thank you for sending this in. That is Triplet Creek that runs along 60. And it was almost frozen over last week, so great picture there. Taking a look at your record temperatures, set back in 1962, a high of 71. Wish it was that warm today, but at least it's not 20, set back in 1899. Your average temperature for this time of year in Morehead is around 36 degrees, so we're right at that today. Taking a look at your current temperatures across the Commonwealth, Louisville seeing temperatures around 32, Frankfort, the capital, temperatures around 38. Up towards Covington, temperatures around 40, and down in London, the hot spot, 46 degrees there, and staying quite average right in our area. Taking a look at your current radar, courtesy of WKYT, you can see pretty much nice across the state. Few clouds still over down in Pikeville from that, maybe a few little pop-up snowstorms down that way. But for now, let's take it to NewsCenter Notices.
Hi, and welcome to NewsCenter Notices. I'm here today with Megan Boone from Career Services. Hi.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on the show today. You are a big part of career services, most definitely. Could you tell everybody out there what career services does, in general?
Sure. We're here to help our students with anything related to their careers. So from choosing a major, we offer personality and interest inventories, to landing an internship while you're still a student to get experience, to getting your resume ready and preparing for those interviews upon graduation.
So it's a little bit of everything.
It is, and we've got a couple of our biggest events coming up. We've got our Resume Blitz this Tuesday and Wednesday. It's going to be from 10 until 2 in ADUC, and we have employers volunteering their time to look over student resumes. So trying to get everyone ready for that career fair, which is coming up on Tuesday, March 4th.
Okay, and if someone were to go to Resume Blitz, what would they need to bring with them to prepare, and what can they expect at that event?
That's an excellent question. The biggest thing, have a copy of your resume with you, just a paper copy of your resume. You don't need to dress up for the Resume Blitz, just come as you are. Probably take 5-10 minutes to sit down with an employer and get some advice on the resume.
So they're just going to look over and make some change,
Yeah, make some suggestions. I mean, these are HR professionals who look at resumes every day from a variety of majors. So I always say, where else can you get some advice on your resume before you apply?
Right, it sounds like definitely a great opportunity.
Yeah.
And you said a little something about the career fair. What exactly is the career fair?
Yeah, the career fair, we're hoping to have 60 to 70 organizations come to campus. It's employers as well as graduate programs, and they're here to speak with students about part-time jobs, internships, and full-time jobs.
Okay. And so is that a casual event too, or?
That is not a casual event. We recommend for the career fair that you wear a suit.
Okay.
We actually, if you're dressed with a business jacket on, you'll be entered to win an iPad mini.
Oh, wow. And
if you don't have professional clothing, I want to make sure all your viewers know we have a suit bank in the Career Center. If you can find something that fits you, it's yours to keep.
So, well, that's very awesome. That's very generous of you guys, definitely. And what other services do you all provide besides help with your resume and help with finding a career?
Yeah, we help with interviewing. If
Right.
anyone's looking at graduate schools, we'll help with the graduate school application process. And then just generally putting together a plan for a job search, professional development. We have an etiquette networking dinner that we do at the end of April where we have employers for a portion of it, and then lead students through a 3-course meal.
Oh, wow. Excellent. That sounds wonderful. And Resume Blitz is
This coming Tuesday and Wednesday, February 18th and 19th.
all right. And when is the career fair?
The career fair is Tuesday, March 4th. It's from 10 until 1 on the 3rd floor of ADUC.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
And stay tuned after the break for a look at Eagle Athletics with Aaron Burton.
It never gets old, huh?
Nope.
It kind of makes you wanna...
Breaking the song?
Yup. I love the sunset.
I love Eagle Lake.
I love the forest. I love when eagles play.
I love the campus!
And all its sights and sounds.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
I love philosophy.
We love diversity. I love English.
And all its weird words.
I love the music.
And all its melodies. Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
I love fraternities.
I love sororities.
I love to draw things.
And all the athletes.
I love Moorhead.
It's such a pretty place.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
Welcome back. Temperature still sitting at around 36 outside. Partly cloudy still. We're going to be seeing some more clouds working into the area, and humidity is sitting at around 41%, so not a whole lot of chance of rain in the next few hours. Winds setting at around 7 miles per hour. That is going to continue to increase a little bit, getting up to probably around 20 miles an hour throughout the night, so just watch for those gusts. Taking a look at your temperatures across the Commonwealth. Louisville, the Derby City, is coming in at 42 degrees. 45 down in Somerset, Lexington 37, over in Ashland temperatures around 42. So pretty common across the entire state. Taking a look at your Doppler radar courtesy of WKYT, you can see still a few clouds moving out of the area that hit the southern part of the state earlier in the week. And that's kind of pushing out, and we're seeing a little bit of blue sky today, just a few pop-up clouds here and there. Taking a look at that storm on your national radar, you can see it's just still hammering the East Coast. Parts of Maryland seeing up to 27 inches of snow. And mostly in our area, seeing mostly up to 7 in the southeastern parts of our state. Taking a look at that storm a little bit more, it's continuing to push its way northeast, and it's going to work its way on out to the Atlantic Ocean, where we won't have to worry about it anymore. Taking a look at your evening, your 24-hour planner, around 8 tonight, temperatures around 32, then going into midnight around 30, and that's when those clouds are really going to start coming into the area. When you're waking up in the morning, could be a few flurries in the area, and then around 1, that snow is really going to start to push into the area. Maybe 1 to 3 inches, not really expecting a whole lot, but still be ready for snow. Tonight's forecast, clouds, like we were saying, working into the area. 25 degrees for the low, sunset around 6:15, so at least we're starting to get a lot of our daylight back. And tomorrow, will we see another whiteout? Probably not, but still some snow in the area. High of 32 tomorrow, and we're going to be waking up to that snow. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, 32 for the high and 80% chance of snow. Then moving into Saturday, it's going to be frigid cold temperatures at 9 degrees. More of 40% chance of snow Saturday, and that starts to decrease into Sunday with a high of 31, possibly a little bit of light snow. And then Monday, working into President's Day, finally temperatures warming up, it can't snow, and we will have some rain, 40 degrees Tuesday and 57 for Wednesday. Now let's take it to Aaron Burton with sports.
The Morehead State men's basketball team beat EKU on national television last Saturday with a final score of 86-79. With the win, the Eagles improved to 16-9, which is one more win than last season. Junior Angela Warner led all of the scorers with a career high of 33. Senior Chad Postumus grabbed 13 rebounds, and sophomore Brent Arrington tied Kareem Story with 4 assists. The Eagles play again today against Jacksonville State in Alabama. The Morehead State Lady Eagles team lost a nail-biter to Eastern Kentucky this past Saturday. The Eagles slipped to 10-14 overall as they lost 69-66. Morehead State freshman Aaliyah Wells led the Eagles with a career high of 13 points. Freshman forward Shay Still narrowly missed out on a double-double as she tallied 12 points and 9 rebounds. The Eagles are back in action this Saturday at Tennessee Tech University. Game time is set for 6:30 p.m. The Morehead State softball team opened their season this past weekend with 5 games at the Auburn-Plainsville Invitational. They finished up with a 1-4 record, with their lone win against Louisiana Monroe University, which they went 1-1 against. Their losses were to the University of Auburn, North Dakota State University, and Notre Dame University. In their win, senior shortstop Samantha Howard led the team with the long ball. She finished up with 2 home runs and 5 RBI. They are on the road this weekend at the Phyllis Rafter Invitational at Kennesaw State University. And now for NewsCenter's famous sports trivia. Which MSU men's basketball player was named OVC Co-Player of the Week for February 3rd through the 9th? A. Chad Postumus, B. Jared Ravenscraft, C. Angelo Warner, or D. Drew Kelly?
Is it C. Angelo?
That's what I was thinking too, C.
I'm going to go with Drew Kelly, be the dissenting voice.
Okay, the correct answer is C. Angelo Warner. He was chosen after he scored 33 points during last Saturday's victory to EKU. The final score was 86-79. And we'll be right back after the break.
A gaping sinkhole collapsed in parts of the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky, yesterday morning, damaging 8 prized cars. Bowling Green City spokeswoman Kim Lancaster said the hole opened up at around 5:40 a.m., setting off an alarm and a call to the fire department. The hole is estimated to be about 40 feet across and 25 to 30 feet deep. Geologists are still trying to determine what caused the sinkhole to open. Although the sinkhole has forced the main exhibit to be closed to the public, the Corvette Museum is remaining open.
MSU is one of 26 colleges and universities taking part in an online transfer fair called Transfer Madness. The goal is to help students who have associate's degrees or college credit connect with a four-year college where they can further their higher education. Students can get all the information they need in one step. They can talk to advisors, download materials, and search and apply for scholarships. Transfer Madness will take place on Wednesday, March 5th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Students interested in this event can register online at transfermadness.org.
Morehead State is participating in Recycle Mania, a nationwide competition against other schools that encourages recycling amongst students. NewsCenter spoke to the head of MSU's recycling committee to find out more.
Right now, I'm just trying to organize and kick off our Recycle Mania competition. It's an 8-week competition, and it's a national competition between different schools that have signed up, colleges and universities across the nation, and I believe there are some in Canada that are also competing with us. And it runs from February 2nd through March 29th. There's several ways to get involved. First, right now we're doing a pledge drive, so we're asking students to pledge to recycle. On Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week, we will have a table set up in ADUCT where they can sign up for to pledge to recycle. And when they do that, they will get a Get Caught green-handed little card and put their name and phone number on the back. All of those will be entered into a contest. At the end of the Recycle Mania, we will draw names out of that and various prizes from water bottles, t-shirts, recyclable items, forks, knives, stuff like that. We have new containers that are coming to campus, so it's going to make it easier for students to recycle. We're always looking for ideas. If anybody has any other ideas out there that are that you think are worthy of getting people involved and spreading the word, then we're more than happy to consider them.
To get more information on Recycle Mania, go to moreheadstate.edu/earthwise.
Morehead State just participated in its 5th annual Challenge for Change event. Mary Dameron has more.
Challenge for Change is pretty much a competition between the 3 schools, EKU, Murray, and ourselves.
We have a whole month we take, and each university counts their community service hours that they do during that month, and then at the end of the month we tally them up, and whoever has the most hours wins.
I was a person that really wasn't with SGA, and I got to be just somebody out of the community to come in. So anybody can do it, and a lot of people can get involved and start meeting new people. I've met a lot of new people, a lot of new great people that I actually formed relationships with now and have friendships with, just through something as simple as this.
If you're interested in getting involved in SGA or community service projects, stop by the SGA office, room 203 in ADEC.
Stay tuned to find out which MSU alum is making headlines.
And what event is making its return back to Morehead. We'll be right back after the break.
Hello, I'm Eric Thomas, Director of the Star Theater here at Morehead State University, and I'd like to invite you to come out and join us for some of the great programs we offer in the Star Theater. Our programs are both educational, with planetarium programs, and entertaining, with laser shows that feature artists such as Elton John all the way out to Metallica. So come join us at the Star Theater, located in the Space Science Center here on the campus of Morehead State University. And if you've got questions, go online to moreheadstate.edu/startheater.
Oh no!
Conveniently located on the bottom floor of Aduc, the Morehead State University bookstore has everything you need and more.
Morehead State alumnus Glenn Means was recently featured in Forbes magazine in an article about the Health for America Fellowship he participated in this past summer. Means graduated from Morehead State with a bachelor's degree in psychology and a master's degree in public administration. Last year, Means was appointed by Governor Steve Beshear to the Kentucky Council on Post-Secondary Education. Means told NewsCenter, quote, "Knowing that a magazine of that caliber took notice of what we were doing is amazing, and I look forward to the future opportunities I will have to make changes in the healthcare field and beyond."
The Morehead Women's Club held its 47th annual charity ball in support of a local icon.
Every year, the Morehead's Women's Club sponsors an organization for a fundraising event. This year, they chose to restore the Doughboy statue that stands in front of the Round County Art Center.
So as a project, we elected that it's time to give the Doughboy some love and to have the base redone.
The statue was erected by the Morehead's Women's Club in the 1920s to honor the veterans of World War I. A live band played World War II era music at the event, featuring concessions and games.
The Doughboy is one of only 29 statues across the state.
In celebration of Black History Month, Monday evening, MSU's Departments of International and Interdisciplinary Studies, Communication, Media, and Leadership Studies, and Morehead State Public Radio presented a screening of Lilies of the Field for its 50th anniversary. The 1963 film was adapted from the novel by William Edmund Barrett and tells the story of an African-American handyman who encounters a group of nuns who believe he was sent by God to help build them a chapel. The movie was chosen because of how it addresses racism and racial interactions in the 1960s. The celebration of Black History Month continues the whole month of February, with MSPR offering a variety of special programming.
A local business owner is sponsoring the return of a much-missed form of entertainment here in Morehead. NewsCenter's Tanner Boyd has the story.
Keith Winkleman is the co-owner of Wonderful Toys and Finds in Morehead. The store specializes in comic books, video games, and a wide array of collectibles. But since opening the business, Winkleman has found another opportunity to be part of something he loves.
I started watching wrestling in the 80s, Saturday Night's Main Event on NBC. It came on once a month in place of Saturday Night Live, so I've been a lifelong wrestling fan. I went to a lot of shows. We went up to Louisville and checked out OVW several times, and it's an amazing show.
Starting next month, Ohio Valley Wrestling will be making a stop at the Carl Perkins Center in Morehead to put on a show for any and all to see. And Winkleman says it will be quite a different lineup compared to the events held there in the past.
The shows that were on before were very independent, very much, guy that worked down the street would throw on a pair of tights and go wrestle on the weekend, and it's that kind of thing. These guys are professionals. They're training, this is what they do. They will eventually end up in TNA or WWE. They'll end up somewhere. Like I said, John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, all of these guys were trained by Ohio Valley Wrestling.
The show takes place March 15th at 7:30 p.m. at the Carl Perkins Center in Morehead. Tickets can be purchased at the door for $10 or $8 in advance at Wonderful Toys and Finds. Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Tanner Boyd.
That's it for tonight's edition of NewsCenter. Have a wonderful evening.